درت اونلاين ما تبانيش الله يرحم لك الوالدين او عرفت التليفون
ولي عندك زيرو.
ايوا حتى كيدخلوا عاد
تكي
عطيني عكر الغوز خرج لي باليت تاكي رونولا. انا راه وليت كنطلقها لايف مبقاش عندي الخطر ديال صايب الفيديو كتاب الفيديو
هذا
نو الذهبي راه كنت نمي الفيديو
والو
1 viewer عندي واحد.
وي كيبان لي عيني.
My niece is watching me in the background on her phone instead of watching me face to face. I'm doing a Q&A, so questions. كديري لي الديرونجمون. Is this the outfit of the day? Yeah, it's giving jail. Remember the old cartoons where the jail outfit is usually striped? This is just a random t-shirt. I didn't dress up. You can tell. Look of the day. No, not really. Not really. What did I wear? So I went to the gym. I went gym clothes, mostly blue. Then I went out to talk to someone about the matchmaking, and I wore pink. Yeah, I change a lot. واش نتي ألعب دانا؟
شنو الساعة؟
It's my niece in the bottom being annoying. If you guys would subscribe, would be nice. She's trying. It's funny how if you're doing something, the people around you are gonna try mimic it. They're gonna try mimic it to be like you. Lately I've just been doing a lot of matchmaking. It's been quite hindering, to tell you the truth. It's not fun. It used to be fun. Now it's not. It's like the infinite conditions, the infinite requests. It gets annoying sometimes. You just want a beautiful person to meet another beautiful person, but no, they need to be this size, they need to be this color, they need to be this religion, and whatever. It's like, can't y'all just get along? Enough rules. Rules don't exist. You make the rules. I mean, if you think about it, everything that bound us, we chose it. We enforced it. But it's quite imaginary. Okay. I usually do matchmaking at this hour because I'm done with everything. And I do it for like an hour, then I go to sleep. I'm not gonna sit here and do it for 6 hours. Oh, no. I don't work that hard. Yeah. You know what's cute about the matchmaking? You see a man fall so hard for a woman, he renounces Christianity and everything he grew up with. It's like, wait, I'm gonna convert, I like her. It's cute. They do it. If you, as a girl, never had someone want to convert for you, then how pretty are you? How pretty are you? You're not pretty unless the guy tries to accept Allah for you. Yeah, I don't know how many girls convert to Christianity though, just to be with a guy. The halo effect. Literally. Maybe. What's the halo? The halo effect is when someone is so beautiful that whatever that they do is considered beautiful, and everything about them is just perfect just because of the way they look. So yeah, if you're a girl, if you're that pretty, then religion would sound so good to someone who just wants to be with you. But here's the thing, here's the thing. Men talk about this a lot. I'm not a man, so I can't really speak of it, but I can talk about it. Post nut clarity. Isn't that where you get your consciousness back or something? It's where men it's where men like wake up, they get slapped by reality, and they know they messed up. And so yeah, you don't want to give a man post nut clarity until it's sealed in paper. Once someone is attracted to a person, everything is thrown out the window. Right, exactly. Nothing is meaningful anymore. But depends on how strong the rules in place are. To really have a strong effect, you need to like take the person out of the environment. For example, I'm telling you, you can never make a Moroccan girl change her whole religion for you. It's usually the man who does, and they're fine with it. Even in like just for the sake of the parents, whatnot. And so that was my point. And so the girl would probably not do it unless she goes to the guy's country. Then she's gonna, practice just for the sake of looking like she does, but the faith that's on the inside is not going anywhere. It's something that's hard to come out of. I remember, when my life was having a bad, bad turn. Like things were good, all of a sudden things are bad. I'm like, you know what? I prayed to God that any decision that I would make would be guided by Him. Every decision that I thought of would be, in His mercy. So whatever happens to me should only be good, right? No, a lot of bad things started happening. And I'm like, well, then what was I praying for? And so I was like, you know what? I'm becoming agnostic. That's it. I'm done. And I was agnostic for a long time. But things just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And so, yeah, didn't really become better. But when I became religious again, things started getting better, I suppose. I suppose. Little faith and little money. Those two things saved me. Two things not to renounce in this life. It's completely halal to be rich. Okay? Enjoy your money. Go to the mosque in a Lamborghini. I just had fish for dinner. I'm thirsty as hell. Where are all my viewers today? Yeah, I should start scheduling these live streams so that people know when to expect them. I can't just pop out of nowhere and expect people to be here. But yeah, I guess I wait. Who's number 2? You're welcome. Any questions? I'm willing to answer. And you just want to talk for the sake of talking. I think we should make today's video about men converting for women. Because that happens a lot. It really does. And also Morocco is implementing laws of, when a divorce happens, the women goes with 50% of the man's assets. So that's becoming a thing too. And you can no longer get a citizenship in Morocco just because you married someone. And they're making the marriages extra difficult. Because men would be coming to live in Morocco from countries that are not as good as Morocco, let's just put it like that. And they would start talking shit about it. They would start talking shit about the country. And you don't want that. Oh, my halo effect? Well, my halo effect. Well, I would say this channel. This channel gave me a lot of credibility in people's eyes. People trust me and value my opinion, and they pay for my consultations just because I sound like I know it all. I mean, sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I'm right. Um, you have to talk to a person to know them. I'm just a wise person. So yeah, that's one. And there's been a few guys that wanted to convert for me, yeah. Wouldn't deny that. But it's so easy to make a guy convert. I don't know where's the difficulty in there anyway. Some people are more strict about not converting, like they're strong Christians or really, really, you know, deeply rooted atheists. Um, so you can't really make them budge, but they'll convert just for the facade and then not practice or care about it or study it or nothing. They just did it to be with you, and now that they're with you, they don't care anymore. And it's true, being with a Muslim chick it's no joke. You need all that money, you need all that reputation, you need all those manners, diving into a new culture. It's like when you get in the house, you have to take off your shoe. Now tell an American that. They'll get offended. It's like, no, we wear shoes inside the house. You wear your shoes on top of the carpets. Oh, yeah. Now in here, we don't do that. You can walk in the house without shoes. No, sorry, with shoes. For the bathroom, for the kitchen, for the hallway. But if there's furniture, I don't care how poorly it looks, you need to take off your shoes. Because I think the main idea is that we pray everywhere, literally everywhere. And so you don't want shoes that was outside, stepping on dog poop, cat piss, and whatever. You don't want those shoes on that furniture that you pray on because you want it to be clean. Lately, Morocco has implemented this. It's like a custom tax. And so I got this thing on eBay for £7, like $6. And it works. I mean, it works. Problem is, I had to pay another $5 for it, for the tax, for the customs, after it got to the country. Otherwise, I can't receive it. What the hell is that? So I can't receive packages anymore? Can't receive an international gift anymore? Come on. And so, yeah, stop sending gifts to your loved ones. I want to see where the water comes from. There's a tiny, tiny invisible hole. Yo, I'm running out of topics to talk about. No suggestions? What's your halo effect story? If you have one. Ever converted someone to your country's kitchen? You know, if they didn't like the spicy food, and you made them like it, or anything similar. YouTube has a feature to advertise your live stream up to a week in advance. It also allows your subscribers to sign up to be notified when you go live. You should. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't like promises because I can't keep them most of the time. Like, just because I say I will be live, it doesn't mean I will. What if I get busy? What if I fall asleep? What if this? What if that? My life is so arbitrary. You just do whatever fits the moment. Not really that organized. Like I said, I do the matchmaking for 1 hour before I sleep, just so I can sleep with a guilt-free conscience. Um, yeah, not that I don't want to do it. No, it's good, it's fun, but I'm just a postponer, you know. So I'll try it. I don't promise much. The person sending the silly stickers is my niece. Yeah, I know what you mean, but regularity is said to be good for the YouTube algorithm. I know. I know. But it's like brain draining, you know, coming up with topics. They have to be interesting enough. You have to spend hours editing. A thumbnail needs to be good enough. Mm, my main problem right now, why I'm not filming, is aesthetics. Really, that's all. I don't like this wall. I really hate it, and I don't want it to be my background. So I'm waiting until I go to the other house where the walls are a little prettier so I can start filming again. But now I can't just start filming and everything around me is ugly. Uh, Literally, that's it. Last summer, I made a lot of videos last summer, but I was really motivated and um I really, really wanted my channel to get bigger. This year, well, I hit my target, so I think that's why I'm getting a little lazy. And YouTube would not monetize me either. Like every time there's a new hurdle. In the beginning, it was the subscribers, it was the watch time. I had to have like 4 hours, 4,000 hours watch time. So I'm almost there, but then they add the shorts views. I need 10 million views on my shorts. I don't think I made enough content to make enough shorts to get that many views before, you know? So you have to be big to get monetized, not small. But it's the small creators you need to encourage financially to get better equipment and, you know, to get to where they want. So they need to have like some sort of system to solve that problem. Otherwise, it's really, really demotivating. Always gonna need to constantly come up with ways to make money aside from making videos. So every video I make is just an ad. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't want the people watching me to think of everything that I make as an ad, because it's not. It's something that I'm passionate about, that I want to make content about. But I have to turn it into an ad, otherwise How am I gonna survive? It's annoying. Personally, couldn't tell you when people publish. I don't care. Good for you. How many Moroccan men marry non-Moroccan? A lot. A lot. I wouldn't say all of them, but a lot. Because a Moroccan man, so a Muslim man, has the right to marry a Christian woman, a Jewish woman. I don't remember what's the other one, but it's like three religions you can marry into as a man. So they don't really have that hurdle that the women have of having to convert a man first. Then you can marry them. I've been short of time recently and had no time for editing. I enjoy editing. So I found live streaming on location satisfies my YouTube fix. Agree. That's why I'm also live streaming. It's like the lazy way to make content without making content. Like I'm here. So my views won't go down. خلي. So my views won't go down but I still have so much to discuss. Like that's the thing with being on the internet. Like you talk about things, you dissect things, and you give perspective. And I mean, live streams are good. I get to talk to you guys. Um, but yeah, I think I do enjoy making videos as well, especially thumbnails. They're fun. A percentage of Moroccan men that marry non-Muslim women. Well, as a man, first to marry a non-Moroccan, non-Muslim, you have to be someone with a certain percentage of ambition, okay? You need to be someone who aspires to be better than others, gets a better treatment than others, gets a higher return on investment than others. So whatever woman you put in money into from another country would have to be the prettiest woman you've ever seen, mm, treats you the best way, spoils you and stuff. You know, a lot of things. So the men that go for the women that can't give them that are usually going for papers. Cause like I say this a lot, it's not 100%, but it's still valid. We're not really an emotional culture. We're not emotional people. We don't even have a word for feelings in Tamazight, as far as I know. And like, it's not really a culture that's rooted in feelings. We don't take mental health seriously. If you have mental health issues, you're just crazy. So doing things for the sake of love is something you grow out of eventually because you start to open your eyes and you see that it's really not giving you the status you want or deserve. So yeah, I'm just trying to say that you have to have a certain level of ambition to settle for an older woman that's not as pretty, that might not give you as a good of a treatment as you want as a man, not women, as a man. And mm, yeah. So I don't know what percentage of men are that ambitious. Cause yeah, you want the papers, but not a lot of men are not gonna settle for the wrinkles, you know? I do them from up hills, so content is being made. Good night. Good night. Have a good night. I'll check out your channel. I love travel content. Let me know when you're in Morocco. This is good. not emotional, emotional, cultural. Millions of Moroccans cried for reaching the semifinal of the World Cup. That is pride, my friend. That is being proud. That's different. What I'm talking about is being driven behind feelings such as um believing in, romantic feelings. I'm not saying that it's 100%. What I'm seeing is 100% accurate. I'm just saying there's a percentage of people that think with a target in mind instead of feelings. Mm, so before you dated the person, let's say you're dating an older woman, this older woman is gonna open the world for you. But before you found and met that woman, the goal was in your head years ago. You've planned it, you've imagined it, you manifested it. And so, whatever it is that that person is doing emotionally, like buying flowers, chocolates, and writing poetry, that has been planned years ago because that person has a goal to reach. Do you know about the passport brother? Yes, I do. I made a video about them. Like, this is kind of a passport bro channel. Kind of, not 100%. I don't like the way they treat American women. I mean, we're all eventually. We're, I don't know, we're all sisters. We're in this sisterhood together. And so I wouldn't want anyone to shit on them the way passport bros do. I have a lot of advices for passport bros. They have so much to learn from the what do I call them? The Jewish people. Like, for example, keep your decrees, your laws, things you're vowing to do. Keep the things you're vowing to do and the people you hate, in your targets, in your whatever, a secret. Stop airing that stuff publicly. You're damaging yourself. And so every fail that happens, every mistake that happens, women find it as a chance to rub it in your faces. There's this thing here Moroccans do. It's called achieve your goals with silence. Don't say it to people. There are two reasons for that. One, people will sabotage you. Two, if you fail, you fail publicly. You don't want to fail public. You never want to fail publicly. When you fail publicly, you look like an idiot first. Then people don't really believe you're a competent person. And when you lose your competence, you lose on your reputation. People don't rely on you anymore. Your credibility, a lot of things. You're just not a reliable individual. You're gonna be treated like a child. I think that's what's happening now. Like a lot of passport bros keep failing so publicly, and a lot of them, not all of them, but there's a good chunk of them that are, how do I say this nicely? Don't are not on a high standard. They're not on a good standard for the American woman, so they are going to other places to compensate that with money. So, for example, how do I be nice about this? Okay, I'm from the hood. I don't have much to offer an American woman because she knows that I can afford a lot of things. But if I go to another country and take But if I go to another country and take my currency, I'm gonna be able to provide so much. And men want to provide like that, but I get it. Society is tough. And so you're just cheating, I guess, the system in a way. because you didn't go through the grind of making yourself a person who's on a higher standard, and you're just taking a shortcut. You can easily be taken advantage of by those women that you think are submissive and whatnot. There's no such a thing as a submissive woman, I'm telling you. Women now, or no, ever. There's never been. Okay, wait, let me think about that. Okay, let me answer some messages first. You know about, oh man, like, yeah, that's one of the things. People are more attracted to bad news than they are when a wholesome thing happens. Uh, yeah, bad news are good. You know what to be worried about when you hear bad news. So they're good. Not womanize. All men are womanizers. How can you be a man and not be a womanizer? Because it's such a broad term. Anybody can be. If you just have like, oh no, I prefer women with long hair and you know, not short hair. Oh, you're a womanizer. So those terms are like really, really broad and open for interpretation. Now, what I'm trying to say is that men that are lacking in their countries usually go to other countries to compensate so they can get what the six figures guy or the seven figures guy is getting in their country, but in a poorer country. So does everybody deserve a hot girl? No. There are certain conditions for that. Not everybody deserves the most amazing looking woman out there. Some men just deserve ordinary women. And not that this system actually exists. It does and it doesn't at the same time. Like there are so many exceptions to this rule that it's not a rule anymore. I've seen like a lot of billionaire wives that look so ordinary. There's nothing special looking about them, but to their men, there's something special there, right? Mm, so no, just because you're beautiful, you're not gonna get the number one man out there. Just because you're the richest, you're not gonna get the hottest woman out there. However, you are more likely to get one than the person who only owns a TV and a couch. And so the person who only owns a TV and a couch is trying to get the hottest woman by going to another country and being the rich man because the currency conversion is higher. It's worth more. Yeah, I guess that's what I was trying to say. So it's kind of cheating the system. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying. That's what it is. What will a man gain if he gets a 10 out of 10 lady but loses his soul self-worth? Oh, I don't know. I mean, if you're planning on taking her back to your country, then yeah, the jig is up for her, everyone around you. You're gonna get judged while trying to get the marriage certificate and whatnot. And yeah, but I don't think you're gonna lose your soul unless you're gonna end up with like an occultist and start worshiping Satan. Then yeah, you might. You have to sign your name in blood in a contract to Lucifer so you can marry a gothic chick. That's the conversion you have to do for those. Well, at least we convert you to God, no? Woo. No, ما كملتش. واش راني مسهضني.
Okay.
Hmm? YouTube says I'm only... Oh, I have 0 viewers. My feelings hurt. Well, people are busy, so I get that. Time to replenish. I'm gonna start buying matte lipsticks again. This is shit. Dairy. All of Morocco is worth traveling, really. Black culture in Morocco. There's no such a thing. there's there's no oh there's Gnawa. There's it's a music style. You spell it G as in gray and AWA. It's a style of music very Saharian based, influenced. It's fun, but careful if you're possessed. You might react negatively to that. People who have demons in them really tend to like fall in what's the word? It's like epilepsy to them. It's like an epilepsy trigger to them. And they start, dancing and it's not cute. It's not cute. I've seen it. Not cute. So yeah, try that. It's very black. It's a very black thing. Other than that, no, nothing really. There is no like subculture for blacks here because, well, it's mostly a white country. Morocco's actually trying to get rid of people who come from, other African countries. The same old of they're taking our jobs, they're taking our women type of thing. They're trying to repopulate Morocco into being a black country. There's this whole, charade with Afrocentrism lately where, yeah, it's not cute. It's not cute. Afrocentrism. They're trying to make Morocco black again because Morocco used to be black, yeah. But then I don't know what happened. A lot of historians say that they used to bring slaves. So Moroccans used to bring white slaves, which is the Slavic people, which is like Russian or whatever. And those are super white. And so they married them, they had kids with them, and from there on, Morocco is becoming more and more whitewashed, that it's no longer just black. And so the black people became the minority in once upon a time a black country. And so a lot of like Afrocentrists are trying to make Morocco black again, but Moroccans are like pushing against it, which raises a lot of questions. It really, really does. It really does. Like, do we want to be like America where everybody is like accepting and open and I don't know, by 2095, nobody's gonna be white anymore. People are just gonna be, have brown skin, but Asian eyes that are blue. It's like very mixed. And yeah, I don't think Moroccans want that. They just want the race to look like their race. They don't want it to be wiped out. And so, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, can't answer that. And so, yeah, we're really faced with that problem, especially since Tunisia kicked all those black people out for I don't remember for what exactly, but they kicked a lot of black people out of the country. And so Morocco's trying to almost do the same. For a while, it really, really pushed hard on that. Not like the policies, but just the people, like the Instagram pages and whatnot. But with time, people started forgetting it. I hardly ever see that anymore. because as a country we have a good like percentage of black people. We really do. But they're not that celebrated. Nobody cares. Yeah, you can get, if you're possessed, if you're like severely possessed, if you listen to that type of music, you can get a seizure like episode. You can start falling on the ground and start flopping around. It's not cute. You don't want to have that on a date. Because you can uncontrollably pee yourself. Well, that's the least of it, really. Like you're getting a seizure, goddammit. Oh, I need my stand. I left all my crap at the other house. I have them here. There's African American who claim to be the Moorish descent. Yeah, well, they need to stop. Like get a DNA test, know where you're from, then you could start talking about that. Because I think the Moors are the combination of Moroccan, Algerian, Tunisian, Libyan, and maybe Egyptian. Maybe Egyptian, I'm not sure. But yeah, North Africa as we know it. Those are the Moors. And the Moors that conquered Spain are the Moroccans. There's like faded edges between our culture and the rest of North Africa because it's very similar. And so you find a lot of times that we keep fighting the Algerians on whose culture is who's stealing the other's culture, you know? It's like you're stealing our culture. Oh no, you're stealing our culture. But it's like the same thing. It just got separated by time. So of course it's gonna look, you know, almost like the other, but not entirely gonna be it. But yeah, the Moors were very strong. They have a strong foothold in history. They're very proud people, still are. And a lot of people are trying to claim that. A lot of African Americans need to stop with the nonsense of they're claiming America and they're claiming Africa. Like, what are you doing? Hey Alejandro, how are you? And so, if you're proud to have an American passport that you keep threatening women with, then what are you doing trying to claim Africa as well? I don't know. I mean, hear me out. When slavery stopped, when it ended, African Americans should have returned and, you know, brought that money with them and made themselves rich here in Africa. Would have been 10 times better than fighting all those years trying to be free in a country that is just not seeming to accept them. It's not, doesn't look good for them over there. I mean, I get it, they're happy now. But they're getting carried away. They're really, really getting carried away with the whole cultural nonsense. I'm okay, I'm okay. I'm just in my philosopher's mood again. Keep rambling. How are you? How's everything? Uh, I love you guys. Sticking here and watching me ramble. Yeah, some introvert I am. Well, to be fair, I am, but most of the time, there's nobody to talk to. about these things, and these are the things that I know most about. What time is it there? Like, I tried to make this live stream as late as I can. It's almost 2 a.m. in here. But yeah, I don't know what time is it over there for you guys. You guys have different time zones within the same country. Forehead. It's 7 p.m. Yeah, I think you're on the 5 hours time difference from the Greenwich one. It's spelled Greenwich, but you read it Greenwich. Means, I don't even know. Yeah, it's almost 2. Your trip of choice: Brazil, South Africa, and why? I mean, they're very similar to what attracts me. They both have wild animals. They both have fun people, I guess. Okay, Brazil first, then South Africa. I have friends in South Africa. Very nice people. Brazil, I don't know anyone in there, but the image that I have of it, of like the Amazon and the jungle and the carnival and stuff like that, like I want to be a part of that, yeah. So I think I want to try that first. You speak fluent French? No, I speak French, not fluent French. I just know enough French to get by. Like, I can sit and talk for hours, sure, but it's not grammatically accurate. I don't need it to be. As long as I can make a sentence that's not conjugated, I'm fine. I have a tick. I have a tick. Whenever I drink something, my nose goes. Just because I'm drinking. Brazil and Colombia have the most beautiful women in the world. Nah, you can't be claiming stuff like that. Come on now. Questions. Are you guys done working? Is everybody home chilling right now? Yeah. Who here works at night? I mean, yeah, are we gonna start fighting on who has the most beautiful women? I would say Brazil and Colombia have like the same beauty standards as Moroccans. We have so many Brazilian products in here, it's crazy. The hair straightening, the butt lift, the breast lift, the tummy tuck. Very similar. Okay, I wish I could get my hands on the Brazilian hair curling product. I want to try my hair curly, not like this, actually curly. But I can never seem to find it anywhere. A lot of AIDS in Brazil. Right. Every country has the most beautiful women. We have AIDS too. We do. We do. AIDS is not a shame anymore. There's medicine for it now. I think it's herpes that's the bad one now. Unless you have a preference. What is my preference in women? I want a small Asian woman. Well, not small, but like someone just. So I'm 5'4", so I want someone who's 5'3", 5'2". Yeah. And yes, we have AIDS. As far as I know, like I heard this statistic a long time ago, we have a lot here. Yeah, I like them all. Now, it's good to have a preference. It guides you. It guides you And so it's easier to not get lost in the sea of a lot of beautiful women. Mm, I don't know what's it called, but I don't know if it's decision fatigue or something like that, where uh you have a lot of choices and you get lost, so you don't choose anymore. Bali, that's Thailand, or is it Indonesia? My preference is if they know how to cook. So what do you plan on doing? Have a cookout, a cooking contest so you can find a wife? How do you know who's a good cook? I can tell you a sign. If someone cooks, you usually find like a lot of little cuts on them and on their fingers because of the knife chopping and whatnot. And their fingers are probably gonna smell like onion or garlic. We all want to drown in the sea of beautiful women. No, you don't. You just want one. That's all. That's all you need. Trust me. Only need one woman. Yeah, I'm getting hot. My hair. Woo. Oh, shit. Why do you need two? I know someone who has two wives. So he's a guy, a very rich guy. Emphasis on very rich. He inherited so much and he's still running that. And so he married two, but a lot of the times he's in our house complaining to us about his wives. So he doesn't eat at home. Sometimes he doesn't sleep at home. His wives keep fighting him because they live apart. If they lived together, they would fight each other. But they keep fighting him, always accusing him of cheating, always accusing him of trying to replace them. Because he did it once, he can do it again. And so the guy's miserable. He has everything, but he's miserable because of the women. If the man can afford it, well, he can, unfortunately. Moroccan women are very difficult to get married or live with in Morocco. Oh, really? Didn't know that. It's the whole thing about polygamy. Why you want more than one person to drive you crazy, right? That's like double the in-laws, so it's even worse. And then the women are fighting each other. Only one can reign. And a man thinks he can handle them all. It's not about handling them in bed, it's handling them at 12 p.m. when they're awake and very feisty and hungry. Hungry, angry. That is where man is tested. I know a man who has three wives and he's doing just fine. Oh well, he made good choice, I guess. But not all of us have that man's luck. Why am I saying all of us? I'm not marrying three women. What the hell? I'm getting lost in the bro here. I'm becoming a bro. Oh no. No, honestly, I should start. Uh, how do I say this? Broadening my horizon for my sexuality. I don't know. Trying to think that women might be a better option, but then I know how we think, and it's like no go. But then men, but you know how they think, and it's like, well, that's a no go too. I think I might get a cat. What if he has more than one wife who's pregnant at once? I read through that. It's not widespread practice. Women here don't like polygamy. It's real. We really don't. Like I said, only one woman can reign. It's like the throne. And so only one would be there, not two. I read this post yesterday of a man who has kids with a woman, but then he goes and marries another one, but then he is not equal to them, and so he prefers the new one more than the old one. He barely visits his kids. He's barely there. He barely sees the wife, and so he just comes home to drop the shopping, but and then leave, right? And so that woman would like cry herself to sleep. She's always in front of the mirror looking at what's wrong with her. Why did he leave? The kids are seeing their mother in that state, and it's really not nice. And so when the kids grew up, they became very resentful of their father. And so those things happen. It's not nice. And like, yeah, it's not very wide practiced here. Widely practiced because women don't accept it. They just don't. What if he has more than one wife who's pregnant at once? I mean, yeah, that sucks if they're both pregnant at the same time. Hmm, their problem, not mine. How can you tell if a Moroccan woman is scamming you? Sometimes you can't control who you love. I mean, you can control one, right? You can't love them all and pretend like you love them all equally. Hmm, I heard this quote once. If you dare to love a second person, no, if you dare to love two people at one go, choose the second one because with the first one, your heart thought about or dared to look at someone else. So your heart didn't choose them, they choose the second person. How do you know you're being scammed? Well, you're being asked for money a lot. You're barely given time, barely talks to you, always avoids video chatting. Stuff like that. Very suspicious things. But scamming you about what? Like getting married, dating, loyalty? What is it? Disguise yourself on a man on a dating app and see how you perform. You'll understand men a bit more. Now, dating apps suck here. Women just use them as a way to make money. They have this thing in, what's the talk? Tinder. It's called a paid plan. So you just match with someone and they're like, you want a paid plan, which is basically sleep with them for money. And it's like, they're just hookup apps. They're not dating apps. And like I said, I don't believe that much in dating. Just a big scam. Yeah, it's cute to hang out, but when do things get serious? We can hang out and date after we get married, no? What is it that have to give you all the goods before it's even serious? You're just wasting my time. So yeah, I'm a little prude. I'm a prude. Eh, we can make you an AI dating profile and pretend you're a guy. Oh wow, a lot of smart people in here. No, don't worry about me. I'm okay. I'm planning on getting cats. That'll be good. Let's get married and date, right? Yeah. You can always get divorced. It's not that hard. You can always sign a prenup. But yeah. Don't give all the goods before you're married. Well, what if the chemistry is not working? Honestly, we should stop getting married this generation. Because I'm just looking at it from like a cultural perspective, and like my parents don't love each other. They're just with each other. That's all. It's not love. That's, you know, making them stay with one another. Most of the time, they resent each other. They barely talk, barely anything to talk about. Yeah, they sit and chill and talk about silly gossips here and there, but in the end of the day, it's not the love that you know and see. Okay? We got scammed because love is it's a rare thing. And everyone thinks that they're that special mofo that will find it. But you're not gonna. So find out what you want. Is it a family you want? Is it the kids you want? Is it whatever that you want with another person? Put that as a goal. And court, like what's the flirt for the sake of that, but not because you actually have a crazy infatuation with the person. Uh, because it's not sustainable. Feelings change. Feelings are like tides, and sometimes they leave and never come back. The feelings, I mean. And so, are you really putting like a whole ass financial decision, a life decision, bringing life into this world decision, mortgage decision, abortion decision, into feelings that you know that might change one day? And just as soon as you're past the honeymoon phase anyway, they're gone. It's, I don't know, what is it that still keeps you together? The promise, the goals you said you would reach, because it's sometimes, a lot of the times, it's the promise that keeps you attached to the person, especially women. When a man promised us something, or we had a common goal together, we make it a life's mission to um to be with that person until that's achieved. And so a lot of these clingy women they're not clingy to the man in an individual himself. It's just that there's an unfinished purpose and unfinished business with that person that they haven't gotten to yet. And they may never get to because it's an unrealistic expectation. We can get delusional quite fast. What do you think of what what if the woman gets pregnant while dating? It's fine. They're not bastards, are they? Like, hey, don't judge me on how I think. I come from a very strong culture, so yeah. What do you think of East African women? I don't know anything about them. I really don't. If what's the alternative though? The statistics show that the best situation to raise kids is marriage. I think we should stop having so many kids and then stop getting married. I mean, don't have kids unless you're married. That's for sure. And so, yeah, don't get married after you have the kids. What role model are you setting? It is rare. What do you want long term other than cats? Plants? uh, but you don't need to be in love to be married. I think it's more about respect. It's a lot about respect. It's about respecting the bond, the promise, the contract, God, family, society, all these things that pressure you into staying. If you respect them enough, you will stay. If you don't, you won't. And so, are your reasons that are not love strong enough for you to stay in that marriage? Um, yeah, it's not a. Mm, love should never be the one thing that drive you to do all these crazy decisions. Have you ever made a stupid decision because of love? I want to hear your stories. Maybe I would tell mine, maybe. If yours are juicy enough. Love God, the rest will follow. I suppose. I mean, even if you do love God, God will still test you. In a man's biggest test is a woman, remember? Oh, what are they? My chair is slipping. What are the decisions have you made? Oh, please not a tattoo. Those suck. Those are the worst. Could be mistaken for them. East African. I don't know. I don't even know them. I know their music because my dad loves them. They have that shoulder type of dancing. That's all I know. I got married. He moved to a new city during COVID. She divorced me because she said it was too hard. What was hard? The living situation? I feel for a single mom. Biggest mistake of why? Why is that a big mistake? I keep hearing that. Don't fall for single moms. Why? Curious. We should stop trusting Hollywood. They keep lying to us. Hollywood lied. They told us if we just found the one, if we just found love, everything will be okay. Nope, think again. It's your one-way ticket to hell. Marriage is important for stability, comfort, respect, legacy. Love is an action, not a feeling. But I found out I moved on. What happened with the single mom? For a Muslim, like a good Muslim normally, love should only be reserved for God and for religion. And after, like what you give to your spouse and your kids is not love, because one day a religion can test you and your kids and your spouse, and so you will need to be able to leave them at any time they no longer align with you. And so, I mean, I guess it's one way to live, but again, I don't know, it feels like you're betraying them. The idea is that a single mom have baggage, usually drama with the father, the kid might not like you. Fairy tales are for bad times, not real life, right? I think all men should love God above all. Men with resources should put all of your assets. Men with resources should put all of your assets, home business, in a legal account before marriage. Okay, so you're worried about your finances. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Legal trust accounts. Okay. Or a trust fund for your kids. You don't want to leave your kids without anything now, do you? Next year. So fair. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna go. My niece is falling asleep. Me and her sleep in the same room together, and I'm being annoying. So next time I will schedule the live stream so that we can all, find each other. And I'll save this. Huh? Yeah, salut d'abord. So I'll save this one if you guys want to return to it. And I'll see you later. You're saying many marriages with Muslim cultures are loveless? More, yes, they are. A lot of them are just, I don't know. I mean, do they eventually fall in love? Maybe, but it's not the girl that takes the decision on her own. It's like the whole family's decision. Well, I'll see y'all next time. So bye bye. Good night. Good night and take care. Bye bye, y'all.